It'll give you a little pop-up and, um, and to say welcome again. So I think we've had some people join us since the last time I said it. So, again, if you wanna say hi and where you're from on the chat, and if you're new to Zentangle or just new to us, we like to know. Oh, yeah, I like that, Sandy. This is the run-up preamble chit-chat. That's right. Uh, and I am in a moment, I'm gonna share, links, uh, to the to the step outs for these. The PM session, we can't have the drama, it doesn't help because I have what we did earlier on. Um, but, and I wanna say you can work on whatever you want with whatever you want, get as creative as you want. We on the Tough Tangle Tuesday, it's more of uh, taking a look at tangles that either require a little bit more thought or focus, a concentration, or that have like a lot of steps, or that are just tricky in nature. Um, we have our favorite, our beloved Thomas Padros is usually a feature. It's tangles. Oh, oh, well, there we go. Frustrating Tangle Friday. I like that, Dan. Beard. Well, we see. We're gonna. Yeah, we'll get every day of the week covered. And well, Taco Tuesday. That's kind of covered. We don't have tacos, but no, there's a possibility because there is one Tuesday that's open. So, All right.
They were wondering what cheaty thing I used, and I used this.
Oh,
And I keep a couple pieces of painter's tape because it helps if you're trying to swirl the thing around to have this taped down so it doesn't move.
yeah.
And they last quite a while. So
And
that was it.
that was like by Helix or something. And
Yeah, Helix.
didn't somebody find that at like a dollar store or something maybe? And it probably just depends on where you're at.
I just remember it was cheaper. It was cheaper. I think maybe it was Hobby Lobby.
That's yeah.
And it was like $3.98. We paid $5 or $6, and I don't know, was it Cassie? Maybe not. It was somebody from Canada found it from Amazon, like I got mine for about
Yeah.
$6, and it was $24 for the
I think
same
it was
thing.
Cassie. Yeah, Cassie says me.
Yeah, I thought that was you.
Oh, so it will just like using a stencil to create a string. It's one of those. It's all good if we're doing the method and you're doing it for meditation. There's reasons why we don't. And other than that, for those that if you're new to us, it's just we just like to joke around with it. So, um, all right, yeah. Well, Cassie's right. We'll need to take a trip over to our side of the falls, and visit. And or we'll send. Can we send a barrel over the water? Oh my gosh! All right. So what we're gonna do today is paradox reversed, and I'm putting the link to. His last name is Peter. Let me get the first name. um, Alselm Peter. Alselm is his first name, and it is kind of and he talks about that or Linda talks about that on Tangle Patterns. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna share my screen. We'll just kind of talk through it, and whoops, there we go. And if you've never done paradox, um, Linda puts a sample here to Paradox, which is a Zentangle original tangle. So that way you can see this is it. This is it in its original form. I have not been drinking. I just apparently can't talk today. So this is the original, and what Alselm came up with was doing it alternating the direction that we go. So that's kind of where the reversed comes in. And so we start off, well, whichever way you start off, and go once around. And he did it in the square here. Mom did it in triangles earlier, but combined regular paradox with other. I did it just straight on mine and added ruffles around the edge. So if you go once around, whatever shape that you want, because you don't have to do it in a square, just like regular paradox. But again, once around the regular way, so then that's just a straight line angling up. Then once you go around, then as you can see here in his box 3, we're going to do the same thing but in the other direction. So where you have this widest part, that's where then you would start there and go around the other direction. And what I found doing it in 4s was if I just kept track of 1, 2, 3, 4, and actually it maybe this time I'm not, maybe this time maybe on purpose I won't pay attention to where I start so I can compare it with this one. We're trying to determine if it really mattered where you start, each time. But if you want to track that, you could put a little like dot of pencil, somewhere in on that side or something. And then every time I'm seeing the chat in the corner of my eye going up, 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 and then it's just each time you go around, you go the other direction, and the other direction meaning the which way the angle of that line is going, and you go until either you want to stop or you don't have any more room, and that forces you to stop. And here in his sample, he did, so you can kind of see like a pencil line grid, and did 4 of them. But looks like that isn't a
Triangle. She has 4 triangles.
oh wait, no, it would be
Yeah, it's 4 triangles. The line is from corner to corner. Look at that. Don't look at
yeah.
that shading line. It's 4
Because
triangles,
I'm like,
corner
'cause,
to
yeah, I
corner.
was seeing this X, but
No, mm-mm.
yeah. So here's, but you know what? Is it not maybe 6 or 8 triangles? Here's the X down the middle,
Yeah,
big X. So there's, oh, I guess no. Okay, so no, never mind. Yeah,
there's 4.
1, 2, 3, 4. Got it. Because I was confusing it with, but yeah, I should have just looked at those openings. Boy, all right. So that gives you an idea. This is my version of the step out. Sometimes I change some things. This time I really didn't. So, but sometimes it's just a little bit bigger, and that helps. All right. So with that, it will be exciting to see what Mom decides to do. It's always an adventure, to see, okay, and who's gonna go rogue. But there is
Well,
no rogue this
the
time.
ones this morning I did. I did it. 2 of them in 4 of the in triangle. This new
Mhm.
reversed, and then I did uh 4 triangles doing the regular paradox, which
Yeah.
made this very unusual thing. So
It is very neat and stained glassy, though. It really looks neat. And one thing that I did on my sample, and well, you know what? I didn't even ask anybody if it actually helped or not. Um, and Cassie said, if anyone that has an issue with grids or the going back and forth thing, and hi Lucy, is I did each one in a separate color, and then I repeated. I did like 4 different colors, so that so it could be seen maybe a little easier. You know what, Cassie? I don't know if there's a pen size that's going to work best. Maybe maybe not small. That might help. You know
I'm
what?
using a 5, oh
Are you
05.
okay?
I
Let me.
used on the other one I used a 10, and but since I'm doing more of them, I don't know, I just decided to go with the oh 05. Use
Yeah,
whatever you like.
yeah, and oh, I just had a thought. I don't know why I just had this thought. Just because this green is standing out here, so I'm going to use tan. I'm going to go regular. Oh, it just looks like black on there, so never mind. Why waste green if it looks like black? All right. What, Cassie? I'm going to use a 5 and see if that helps. Oh, and Cindy says, "Oh, okay. Well, if you think multiple color, I'm going to do. Let me do one on white. I'll do the first one on white, and we'll use multiple colors because if you think that will help." And I might as well do it twice, with the multiple colors, and that way. Okay. So I'm going to start off with square. Let me move this. All right. Yes, I'll do it in the shape of a bird. It would be like origami. Oh, what is wrong with this? That's not scraping things. Is just, oh yes, there we go. Okay. All right. So I'm going to start with just a square, and like I said, and I'll go kind of slow. All right. So that is step one. So that's the one type around. Good luck, Dan. Yes, good luck. We'll beat you all in the end. Okay, so with the red, and this one, just pick a direction, and like regular paradox, we're drawing a straight line, from the corner, and then you're aiming. You're going up just a little bit from the corner on the opposite side here. So, and I will just do that, and if I just focus on just making it a straight line, like that. That makes sense. I hope. Um, we might, Luna. Luna, we're starting a new group, Frustrating Fridays. Yeah, I'll have to find a group of tangles that even go off of the chart from what we've done. And then let's see, I'm looking at mine this way. I'm just going to turn my tile from where this ends. Right, right. From where this ends, the last line that I put, and then you're doing the same thing, and just ending at that line. Turn it again. And if the degree of angle that you're going up, that if that changes, it's fine and it doesn't matter. Oh, thanks, Sue. Sue found a cheaty thing on Dick Flick. Okay, so that's once around. Used green next.
Maybe by the time I get done doing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 of them, they'll look like something.
Yeah, I think it will. It'll look like something.
It'll look like something.
All right. So now that I've gone once around, yeah, no, so wait, I did this. Oh, yeah, Lambert. This is where we just watch Mom in amazement and go, wow. All right. So once I've gone all the way around, and I marked that where my starting side. Oh yes. Allie's asking, will it look like a bird when you're done? Asking for so here. All right, so this is where I started. So this was my first line. So what I'm going to do is, so I'm starting on the far edge, so the edge that went up, and that's going to be my new starting, and I'm going to go the opposite direction. Let me just do it. The angle idea stays the same, but we've just gone in the opposite direction. And it's like well, I'm not going to even say what we're creating. We're not going to worry about that. And then I'm turning it in the opposite direction and continuing. This one is kind of fun. I was going to try it and make them thinner, although I think that might be my decoration.
Well, I did 2 that look alike now. This one doesn't. I don't know what happened in the middle, but these 2 look alike. So I will keep going. and I'll put
Yeah.
a big raspberry right there.
It could well, huh. Okay, this last one, Cassie? So the
The
last one
green one.
what's that? The green
The
one, okay,
green
yeah.
one.
Yeah, so the green one, so like I said, so, where I had this is where I started, right? This was the first stroke. And so when I got back around to it, I've taken from this edge where I ended the very first stroke, and that's starting the new set. So it's going up the opposite direction.
Oh, okay.
Yep,
Thank
and
you.
then yep, that's right. Yeah, and then you just continue around. It's rinse and repeat from that point. And then, and I found it helpful to just like count my sides. Although doing it with color helps because that way I know when I've come all the way around. And then let's see, I think I used what did I use next? Did I go to the orange? Yeah. Oh, I get no. I just used pink. And then back where we started. So this is the end of the first stroke on the green level, and then we're just doing that line going the opposite direction like that, and then continuing around. And this one, it takes a little. Well, I don't know. It just takes different concentration because it's like, oh, am I going the right? Am I heading the right direction? I haven't had that where it's like, nope, I did them in the same direction twice. And what's
Well,
neat,
my fourth one doesn't look like the other two or the first
oh
one.
I'm good, Roberta. Well, huh? Huh? Huh?
I'm going to
Oh,
have,
oh,
I
wait a minute. I'm huh.
don't know what I'm going to do, but I'm going to keep going.
Just yeah. And Roberta, I'm glad that yeah, if that makes it clear, yay. Then I will start over again with the black. Yeah, because I think I asked the clear as mud. Well, I'll do it again. um, this one too. If I felt like I was lost, like and just like needing to double check which which if I'm in the right direction, I was kind of double checking. Okay, I have thin here. It's thick on the left, thin on the left, thick on the right, and then it's alternating in the sections, and that helped me. But then sometimes at the same time, that's why this is on Tough Tangle Tuesday. All right. All right. For anyone whose head is spinning, or if it's still not clear, so I'm going to keep going. But so imagine that this pink square is like starting fresh. So just ignore everything else, and I'm starting at the left side, drawing my straight line, actually quite widely up to the left. Okay, I have my border string done. Now what? Oh, that's what's so funny. Um, let's see. Should I start where I stopped? Yeah. Well, see this one because we're each time around we're going in reverse. So so yeah. So this is well. Let me think for a second here. Um. Let's see. Hmm. This is like I kind of am. Let's see. Start where I stopped the last color. So the question kind of was, does it matter where you start or stop? And I don't know for sure that it does, but we did find that one side seems to have this really interesting. Let me show. Yeah, because this one I don't think I started and stopped at the same places, but still at the same time, it seems to create this neat zigzag path that only seems to be visible really on one side, which is just
It
odd.
should be it should be it should be visible on two sides, like the
Yeah.
opposite sides.
So
It
like,
should be. Now,
yeah.
flip it 100. Go to look the other side.
Mhm.
Flip it back. No, it looks. You know what? I think it's your shading. No, it's not.
No,
It
I did the
doesn't look
shading
the
the
same.
same.
It doesn't look the same.
Isn't that weird? And then these sides. And so this one, I wasn't paying attention to where I started. And so I'm not going to show the one from earlier because I have patterns on it, and that makes a difference. But yeah, and it is there on all sides. It's just it's really it's weird. I'll finish this one. So let's see. Let me go through this one. Okay, so here's where we started. So I'm going from right to left, right, left, sort of. Depends on which direction I'm holding my paper. Okay. And so here is where I ended. And so to answer to answer Sue, is it Sue? Yes. So to answer Sue, so yeah, started here, round, 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 round here. So on this line, hold on. You know what? So here's what you could do, because if I start here, you could start at that same space, then go backwards. So you could do that.
I get all mixed
I
up
was
when it
jumping
gets littler.
yeah.
On mine, as I get towards the very middle, then I get confused.
Mhm.
So
Then I'm
that's
gonna
why they all look different.
yeah. I'm gonna try this on a new one. Let me do it with a 5, just because. Keep the questions and thoughts coming, because this is what it's all about, exploring. All right. So I'm gonna do just that. I'm gonna start, and then wherever I stop, I'm just gonna reverse. So I'm starting on here, going to the right. Okay, and so what I'm going to do on this last one is where I end, I'm going to come straight back. So I'm going to try it that way. And so reversing, you could almost hear the wheels.
Oh, I give up.
All right, same thing here, reversing. Oh, now I have the Beach Boys song. Yes, it is. I have Beach Boys 409 in my head. 'Cause every time I reverse, I hear first gear, second gear. Oh, you know what? This almost makes it easier. Let's see the result. There's my end, reversing it back. I think, too, probably earlier, and it's not like it's unlike me to think too hard about anything. Yep. And the other thing too, as I'm doing this, I'm almost watching my pen create a new box in there, and I'm not worried about anything else. It's almost like my brain is going, just make that little box. Okay, and I'm gonna stop there. Oh, that's all right, Zelda. That's why watching my pen with this thing. Dan, it's okay. This is really only your third time with us, right? We'll cut you a break. And it's your first time at Tough Tangle Tuesday. So yes. And so you could you could almost do this without lifting up your pen. Almost. Just turning your towel, depending on how big you're working. All right, Karen, welcome. So that, yeah. Oh, and let me just. Oh, and so here, okay. So here's what's interesting. So what we were noticing, for those that weren't on earlier, one thing we were noticing was that it like creates a path, like we're looking down a hallway, and like here, to me, this is very clear, and some of them are more so than others. Like this looks much more clear to me, and if I flip 180, weirdly not so much.
Are you looking for that? That's the zigzag side right there.
No, yeah, but look at this side.
Oh, that looks zigzag too. But that one doesn't. It's you know what it is? It's the angle. It's the angle of the little triangles.
Here, let me make sure it's square. But it's just, yeah, it's just odd. Yeah, because so I could almost do it without lifting. Almost. Here, let me. Just almost. And if I'm going to work on something smaller, so that will help. I still can't get. All right. So and I meant almost. So it's like, okay, here you turn. I mean, you could leave your pen down and turn the tile, and you'd have a little splotch there. As it got closer in, and so here's that fourth side, and then just come straight back. And see, yeah, so yeah, and I'm see, turning it, and still on the paper, turning. Oh, let's swing back. Turn in the other direction.
Well, I'm almost all the way around, and all the middles look different. I'm going to blacken in the whole center.
I was gonna say, well, that's you could do that. Get this in the right place. not have it slide. Ah, that slid again. That's what I get for trying to be fancy. So let's see. Okay, wait. Let me go back to what did Cassie say? Yeah. See, it too. It did, and it kind of depends on the combination of what you started off with and how your lines were. Because like this one, I started off. It looks pretty square to start off with, but it's really rectangular in the center. Where this one is much more square. I must have been behaving, and having the angles right. So did you get it, Cassie? I'm guessing you did if you have a little rectangle in there. Oh, good, Cindy. Yeah, because it's like, yeah, that's why you don't, oddly, really oddly, it didn't have to. But yeah, and just and reversing, because I think I was thinking about it too much, and then moving my pen to the other side completely and then starting over. Yeah. All right, Jen. You just heard paradox and went with it the last time. And it was gorgeous. It was gorgeous. Yeah, and then, say for shading, decorating, and then this one, I mean, depending on what size, and how complicated you decided to get, Mom.
Yes.
I'm joking. I said depending on how complicated you decided to get. I mean, you can do more than one, or spend time decorating. And so, what I decided to do on mine from earlier is I did some shading because I wanted to. I liked this hallway, looking feature. Yeah, and if you're doing it on a square, Zelda, yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, reverse, and yeah, and you can reverse right from where your pen ends and just do the angle going in the opposite direction. And thank you, Sue, for asking for that clarification. That really helped. Yes, so it should look like similar, but it's one of those again. It depends. And the fun thing is you could vary how wide your angles are. What degree of angle that you have. And then, like I said, then you can have fun with it. Like I put orbs on the sides just because that's what I was feeling like doing, and lines up at the top on my one from earlier. I haven't decided what I was going to do today. And yes, and if you don't like what you did, put it in
You just fill it in.
yeah, or fill in sections as Mom's doing. There's a point where you can fill it in, and or add it to your transcend file. So not the circular file, it's the transcend file. So that way, when we do another one, or for those that are in the club, you can always go watch the replay. And let's see, amazing spider. I don't think I've seen that one, Sue. I'm gonna have to. Is it on Tangle Patterns? And I'm pausing while I'm thinking. What am I going to do with this? Oh, it's probably A. And although, no, you can't put it in the circular bin. No, there's no such thing as a circular bin. um, and yeah, and so here, yeah, so that's regular paradox. So you get those spiral shapes. That's regular paradox. This one, and depending on how you decorate it, you well, it might be depending on how you decorate it as well as how thin or thick your your spaces are, it can look like a bunch of, boxes, tilted. And, or like I said, it looks like a weird hallway. Um,
I found out what happened in this
oh,
first one. I forgot to reverse.
oh, okay.
Now I have to see what I did wrong in this one.
See that one because I see on. Oh, wait, I think that yeah, that one because it's weird because it's like divided, um, in the center. And yeah, Cassie, yeah, so absolutely up to you if you want to decorate it or just to shade it. Um, well, let me go back to these. So one way that I did shading was I put some graphite in all of the where they come together. Oh, okay, thank you, Sue. I will take a look at that. Actually, off the bat, it looks like something. It looks like something else that I have seen, but I'll take a peek. And okay, okay, Becca. Well, thanks for joining this far. I hope you had fun. I hope you join us again. But that was one way I shaded it, and then the other, yeah, this one because I put patterns in, and I shaded like just this one area. Something else you could do is sort of, I don't know. It's kind of hard to shade like down the corners because the corners go two different directions. So, you transcending over some of yours.
Yes.
Actually, let's see. Because this is that what I want to do? Already started putting some graphite down. And I guess I better. Add this. Okay, I go with this thought. Even though I put some graphite down. Let's just see if I do it on one side here. Actually, put on the underside if I'm doing this. And it's probably not going to matter. Oh, okay. Oh, well, Becca, I hope that your mother-in-law recovers well. And thanks for. Is it another? You're a Tangle addict if. And yeah, you're right. Yeah, we did make it. We make each other dizzy. All right. Well, I hope everything went. Yeah. Hope she recovers well. See you again. This is kind of cheating if you don't have white. Or you're not working on a, well, it's not cheating. Doing something different because I'm working on a tan. Oh, I like that saying. Cheat alert. Oh, well, that's good, Becca. That's good. Yeah, no cheat alert here. I don't know why oh, it was just, I don't know why the word just came into my head. But see, we can now say though that this just popped in there also. It's like, oh, I'm working on my tan. Yes, on my tan tiles. That's what I'm. Yes, I'm working on my tan. Actually, do I need to answer my own question? Didn't you do something like this with like the Zen bossing, Mom, where you did white on one side?
Yeah.
Okay, I thought you did. Can't remember why you ended up doing that, but if there was a why.
See, I'm drawing a clock face
Oh.
because two of my mistakes were two apart. So then I just darkened the
Oh, smart.
so it looks like I meant to do it. See, that's the trick. Always
Yeah,
make it look like you meant to do it that way.
right. Secret is safe here. And no, Lavender, you can't use. Can you use AI? No. Well, I mean, yes, you can. But it's just like, and I know some, and we don't have too many on our Facebook group, but I've seen others that will use digital drawing, and granted, it's not easy to do, but at the same time, there's I don't know. Only if you teach the AI to make mistakes and then have to course correct. It's just interesting. And I should have done the white first and then come back with the black afterwards. I'm still going to have to maybe, more than likely, go over the black again because I'm kind of sloppy with the white. Just because of its nature. Yeah, I agree that. Yeah, even like I had a tablet that had a really nice, drawing, writing, where with the stylus and all that, and it was from a long time ago, and it did work. I mean, but I was like, but nope, couldn't draw. Could sort of write. Oh, that makes it look interesting, interestinger. Okay. Now your first square is done. Okay, now straight lines on an angle and reverse. So what? What, do you read on one half and tangle on the other? Oh my gosh, that's so funny. Ugh. All right, now what to do with it? I don't know. I think that looks kind of neat, but I think it needs some shading. Yes, it does. Even, oh, let's see, if I just do, if I'm careful. I feel like, yeah, exactly, Cindy. Yeah, it does have that look. Yeah, there is a that Twilight Zone aspect for sure. Hmm. Huh. Well, what I've done there just looks like I took and put some graphite going straight up. Huh. That's right, Allie. Oh, okay, now I have that in my head. Yeah, it does look like well-traveled steps. I was thinking about putting white on the other side. Maybe if I come in a bit. There we go. Okay. Oh my gosh, 5-minute warning, yes.
What?
This is not a drill. I like that, Allie.
I was thinking I wish I would have used the thicker pen for the whole thing, but I would have had a heck of a time covering up my mistakes then.
Right.
Because and I'm finding the Sakura jelly roll is working much better on this paper than
Okay.
the Uniball white for some
Mm.
reason. And that's the one I really messed up, so I have to, oh, I should do that right now. Fix up the lines.
And let's see. Uh, and oh, and thank you, Allie the Gator, for putting in the link. It's easy as a click, and then then I have 3 rigorous questions. It is an open book test. At least there's that.
I was almost going to say it's not always this confusing or dizzy, but then I thought, no, I better not say that.
Only on Tough Tangle Tuesday.
Yeah, right.
I think I might just leave just the one side, because that kind of looks neat.
It's kind of neat.
Mm-hmm. It is. And then favorite band. I mean, that is an important question, Dan. Favorite bands. Because, oh, thank you, Cindy. Well, hopefully see you next month, or if you're available on Thursdays, we do every Thursday on they're not so hard tangles.
Who said that? Who just said that you asked for your mother's maiden name and the city you were born in?
Oh,
Well, my brother and I have this problem because the story in our family is when our grandfather came from Sweden, his name was Werner with an E, and he was a a kid, and his father changed it to Warner with an A to make it more American. But we never can remember which way it was, Was it from an E to an A or an A to an E? And then when it comes time to answering a question, putting that as a security question, you question your own mind, like, which one should I put down? Will I remember which it is? If I say
and
it
what
wrong
happens if it's
twice,
wrong?
yeah, they kick you out.
Only because I wanted to see what it looked like with a bunch of fine lines. Again, I don't need to flip this tile every single time, do I? No, I can just do the one side. And do the other sides. Well, actually, I was just thinking, gosh, that might matter. Do we get anything, related to the Warner Brothers? Yeah, Sandy just asked. I didn't see you ask that, Sandy.
No.
Oh, that would be neat. Let's see. Oh, that's funny. And thank you, Luna, for putting in the other email address, website, and the YouTube. Oh my gosh. And for the club. And whoa! Ah, that is cute. We're so here. Look at what you inspired so here. Oh my gosh. Oh, these are so cool. Oh, whose is that? Jen. Oh my gosh, how neat. Oh, and Mel went crazy. Well, you went crazy with wait, did you do some of both? I see some traditional. Let me up my paint.
Well,
Oh,
my opinion is this is a tough one.
okay. Good. Oh, Rosemary. My gosh. Wow.
Oh, I
I'm
have to
gonna have
stop
to
what I'm doing
examine
and
yours
look.
later.
Oh my gosh.
Oh. All right. Oh my gosh, do we have 2 pages today? I think we do. I think that's a
Oh, they're
new
so
record.
gorgeous. I'm embarrassed.
Oh, I do have 2 pages. Oh my gosh. All right. Well, if this is everybody, Lucy, maybe yours is not working, or you have to change your cam or something. And just it's sideways, but it doesn't matter because you can just hold it sideways. Just hold your tangle sideways. It's yeah. Oops, wait. Hold it with the binder edge down, the other down. Yeah. Yeah, that way. Then it'll be straight up looking at me because you're sideways. That's so funny. Yeah, there we go.
Hold it
All right,
still.
hold them steady. I want to grab these. Oh wait, I should put my better one. Okay, hold them steady and and all right, I got them all. All right, let me save and then I will share. Oh my gosh, these were so fantastic. And do.
Why was it sideways?
I don't know. Yeah, it's like that's what your camera's uh orientation is or something. Because like sometimes if you have to, like when I'm trying to take a picture, I have to move my camera and shake it so it gets all straight. Now you're right side up. Oh yeah, now you're right side up. Didn't know you were such a gymnast. Oh, that's awesome. That is awesome. But yeah, let me let's see. I know I got yours and it went. Oh, and I have.
But it was sideways.
Yeah. All right. So let me share my screen and we'll let's see. And surely let's see. We'll all turn off our webcam so that way we can all see it nice and big. Where's mine at? And where's my share screen at? There it is. And share screen. I'll go in reverse order. Oh my goodness, are these fantastic? And Tedra.
Yes, I was going to say, oh, my goodness. Makes me dizzy to look at it. And Steph's, I love those. There you go. Those little dots. You add those little dots and they make such a huge difference.
Oh,
that's Vicky's with the border. Oh my goodness.
And hi, Vicky. Good to see you again. And Tom's, yours looks, it's very, I don't know if I say metallic-ish. Oop, and there's Shulamit. Oh, yeah, back it up. But we didn't get you on the other. Oh, yeah, so keep backing it up. I'm just getting your fingers too close up. Or raise it up, maybe. Or send it to me. All right, let me flip to, and these are fantastic. Oh, and see, they're so here. Yeah, so yeah, you did the regular paradox, which is, it's nice to do. It's kind of like then you get that orientation of, okay, here's how it's done for real. But I was just looking at Tom's, that shading. It's very metallic-y looking. And I love Zelda's with that filled in. Oh. Okay. So cool. Let me go to page 1. And I will scooch it. Nice job, Cassie.
Wow. Needs to go up a little bit more. We can't see the names on the bottom yet.
And
yeah, little. Oh, there we go.
Yeah, I think there must be a delay. Oh my goodness. And Allie. So here's inspiration. Oh, and Anna did. Oh, looks like I got yours a little off center. So, you can always, if you want, I can't remember if you're on the Facebook group. Say that or just email it to me and I'll get it in there. The screenshot is hard to do. And Colette did. Nice. And did.
I'll put it on Facebook.
Oh, okay, good, Anne. Fantastic. And did
they are just all fabulous. Makes me wish I would have just done one big one.
Oh,
because this is probably going to be that in that that pile of ones that never get done.
Well, and look at Joe's. I love that with with the colors, and my eyeballs just went to Karen's and how like carved. That's the other for Tom's was like kind of a carved 3D looking, but Karen's one with the different shapes has that kind of look too.
They are just fantastic.
They are. And Rosemary, my goodness. I wonder, did you do that? The background, was that?
That looks like chalk.
Yeah, I was going to ask you if that was chalk. And then you did. Gosh, some kind of wonderful pen on top of it. Unless it was a marker, let us know because I'm curious. How amazing are these? And Sandy's. Wait, where's Dan's?
I think he left early.
Calling Dan. Oh, network issues. Oh, I see. Oh, what? Wait, but last time I thought he had his own webcam. Well, that's all right. We know somebody in the house that can grab it and take a picture of it. Oh, and Shirley, I like Shirley's with going around each round with the same pattern.
Yeah, I didn't get finished, so that's.
Yeah, that's okay. Some of the other ones didn't get finished either.
Yeah, like mine.
What a neat idea. Yeah, and Kim's for sure definitely looks very Twilight Zone-y.
They're amazing.
Oh, they really are. All of them. And Sharon doing what? 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, 5 of the middle one looks like it's regular paradox. But how cool. Some damsel leaf and fancy fescues in there. Oh, they're all so neat. Another one where it's like, okay, hopefully this is tough enough to be worthy. It was.
Definitely is. Well, I think it's like you said, it's the focus. It's not that it's difficult in itself, it's just that you really have to think about it.
Right. And that, it's a good thing. Sometimes, some days not.
I had more problems coloring mine in than I did drawing it.
Oh, well, because then
That's
you have to
usually
make
the way I
decisions.
am.
Decisions are hard. Oh, yeah.
Oh, thank you, Allie.
Oh, that's nice. Well, hey, I'm going to turn off the recording.